All right, so now I want to show the power of using globbing and brace expansion together because this is really cool. So if we look at our directory here, we can see that we have our files directory from a previous lesson, and in here we have a whole bunch of different files. I'm going to go ahead and get rid of the bar file and the foo file. So now we are left with foo. Let me sort this like this. Now it's easier to read. Foo.txt, foo.jpg, bar.txt, bar.jpg, baz.txt, baz.jpg. So that's cool. That makes sense. So now, while we are in that directory, what we can do here is we can delete these files. I'm going to go ahead and delete every file there. Now this directory is completely empty. Why did I delete every file? Because we can recreate them. We can recreate them really easily. Before we recreated them one by one, now we know better. Foo, bar, baz, dot, JPEG, or text. Remember, these files don't have to exist. They will just get expanded by bash as strings. Hit enter, and there we go. There's our 6 files back. That's how easy it is to recreate those files. Now that those files are there again, we can back out here. We can loop over them. Remember how we did this with globs? We did, let's do %s with this less than and greater than around it. We could do file star, and we could loop over every file that's there. Well, we could also do files foo bar baz, and we could do, .text and .jpg. The difference here, like I said, is it's not looking at the actual file system, so I can just add more things to this. I could add MOV there, and now it totally enumerates MOV files. Those don't exist in the file system. If I were to use a glob, it would fail because they don't exist in the file system. So globbing and wildcards, even though brace expansion seems like it's very similar, brace expansion just deals with string, globbing and wildcards actually looks at the underlying file system. So keep that in mind. Now you can actually combine them, and this is something that's very interesting here because I could do files star, and then I could do .text or JPEG. So now we're only matching .text or JPEG. In fact, I could make this just text or MOV. And now it matches, it looks for star.text and it looks for star.mov. Star.mov doesn't match, so we don't actually list anything, but we expand to star.text because that expansion match. So you can mix and match globs and curly brace expansion. You just have to realize that globs are going to look at the file system. Curly brace expansion is not going to do that. So of course, just to drive that point home, we have this empty directory that has nothing in it. If we were to ls empty star dot text or JPEG, you will see that we get, you will see that we actually just ls our current directory. That's because I think we still have null glob on, shopped null glob. Yeah, it's on. So let's go ahead and turn that off. There we go. And let's rerun this. We should get an error. Notice we get 2 errors because it tries to enumerate .jpeg and .txt. That fails. But by contrast, we could just do printf here, %s new line, and it works because it will still enumerate them. So yeah, that's braces and globbing together. That's the power of using both of them at the same time. It's pretty cool.